Good morning, I'm Kurt Caraway and we're here at our town at Common Coffee. This morning we're going to be talking with Mikie Franklin with the Division of Child and Family Services to talk about adoptive and foster homes. Right now we're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsor.
Never before have two words said so much. I am is what motivates us every day.
I am grateful.
I am is what drives us to treat each patient like family.
I am blessed.
And I am is what you can depend on when you need it most.
I am a survivor.
I heal.
I care.
I am Carson Tahoe.
And we're back. We're talking with Mikie Franklin. How are you doing this morning?
Good, thank you.
All right. You work for Division of Child and Family Services, and you're wanting to talk about foster homes and trying to get people to sign up as foster homes.
Right. Yes, we have a huge need for foster homes in all of our communities, mainly in Carson and Douglas. We have a limited number of homes considering the need in these communities and the population that our communities have. We should have a lot more homes than we do. We're looking for homes for kids in all ages, from 0 to 18, who will accept teenagers or siblings or infants. And right now we struggle to find places when we have to remove kids, and sometimes we have to separate them to get them to just to be in homes, and so sometimes they have to move out of their communities. And
no, that's not good. But I mean, I guess people don't understand when you see people who are, adults, parents who are convicted of crimes, or there's some kind of things going on in the home. They have to find ways to handle the kids, and this is how it handles. And if we don't have places for that, that's causing another huge problem.
Yeah, a lot of times, we try our best to keep the families together, or to find grandparents, aunts and uncles, people to take the kids, but as a last resort, and we have to remove them. And what our main goal is to be able to make a match for our children. So if there was a home here that would take a 2-year-old, and there was a few homes that could take 2-year-olds, that we could pick the best home that would meet that 2-year-old's needs, and that 2-year-old would do the best there. And right now we barely even have a place for one at all. So that'd be our main vision for these families.
And then if you have some, a family of like 3 kids or something like that has to be moved out and they have to be together, it's hard to find places.
It's very hard to find a place. We just recently had a sibling group that we removed, and we ended up having to move them out of their community to keep them together. Sometimes we don't have to move them out of the community, but we may have to split them up, and then it's getting them all together for visits, and it's really hard.
No, that's tough. Now, people signing up who want to do this, what's the requirements?
Everyone thinks the requirements are, without checking into it, would be really hard. They're actually not. The main things that would take someone out of the running is crimes against children. Otherwise, people think, well, what if I'm single? And that's fine. Or what if I work? And that's fine. You can work outside of the home or not. You can be single or not. We have same-sex couples, or mother and daughter, foster parents. So we have a wide variety of people that can foster our kids. You have to be at least 21 years old. You have to be able to meet your own financial needs, because our foster care parents are reimbursed, but they care for the children, and then they're reimbursed for the care. It's really not that tough. We provide training, so when the people want to be foster parents, we'll send them to a training to get the ball rolling, and then we go from there.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a short break right now and come right back after a word from our sponsor.
Care. It's a word we hear every day. But what does it really mean?
It means loving what you do.
Care is respect, dignity, kindness, and joy.
It means being passionate about what you do.
Care is what we do every day.
It means everything to my patients.
I am healthcare that does care.
I am Carson Tahoe.
And we're back and talking with Mikie Franklin from the Division of Department of Child and Family Services. Tried to get that out. We were talking about, you know, foster or people who sign up to be foster parents. It's not a you know, a difficult requirements, you know, to meet the basic things, basically to be a good, you know, things you need to be a good parent, you know, and help these kids. And then also you talked about training, because you're also dealing with kids. Some of them come from, you know, homes that, you know, have had problems, which is why they're getting moved out. And so you have to be able to handle their this.
The training goes over everything from the court system, so they can understand. They learn about CASAs. They learn about the needs of our kids and what they may see from kids who have been abused or neglected, and you know, the kind of behaviors. So we go through a 27-hour pre-service training, and that's called the PRIDE training. And at the end of that process, they're given an application. We do check references and their law enforcement history, and then they meet with one of our licensing workers who interviews them. They talk about their family background, their parenting styles or techniques or ideas, and then they write up a report, and then they inspect their home for safety, which again isn't as tough as people would think it would be. Most people could pass it pretty easily. And then if all that looks good, they're issued a license, and they could get called that weekend. The same process holds true for our adoptive families.
Oh, yeah. How does that now? When you're talking about adoptive families, is that to adopt these kids who are, you know, going to be taken permanently out of homes, or?
Yeah. When we remove the kids, the parents have about a year to be able to work a plan to get their kids back in their home. If at the end of the year they don't do that, the judge may order that their parental rights are terminated. So at that point, we start looking for adoptive families, and if we haven't found any relatives, then our best family would be the one they live with. And so we like to have flexible families, which are foster adoptive families. But some people can't handle having kids that come in and out of their home, and so they may only want to have adoptive kids in their home, and so then that would be a family that could go there after they were fostered. So all of our families are able to adopt if it comes to that point.
All right. Because now the foster families, I mean, foster kids stay with these families for varying periods of time. It can be very short or really long, right? Is that?
Yeah, it could be overnight. Maybe a parent was arrested, or maybe they have a dirty home. They need a few days to clean it up. So it could be a couple days, or it could be over a year.
Yeah. So, but then the adoptive ones, and you know, for the permanent placement. So now you're talking about your department. You cover these adoptive homes and foster homes pretty much all over the state of Nevada, except for Washoe and Clark County, right? So you have a huge territory here to keep track of.
Oh yeah, all the rural homes are in all the rural counties, and there's a need in all of them. But definitely here in Carson and in Douglas counties, there's a tremendous need. So we're always looking and accepting applicants.
Okay. So, all right. So what's your phone number? The phone number they need to talk?
687-4943, and I'm extension 230. So they can give me a call. We can get them going with the process.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on and talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Our Town at Common Coffee. We'll catch you next time.
Never before have two words said so much. I am is what motivates us every day.
I am grateful.
I am is what drives us to treat each patient like family.
I am blessed.
And I am is what you can depend on when you need it most.
I am a survivor.
I heal.
I care.
I am Carson Tahoe.